Catholics and Protestants are both Christians, but they disagree on many things. Let's talk about 5 differences. Number 1. How are you saved? Catholics say you're going to hell unless you die in a state of grace. Baptism brings you to that grace, but if you commit a mortal sin, like cheating on your wife, you lose that state of grace, and you need to confess to a priest to restore it. Protestants think if you genuinely believe in Jesus, you're going to heaven. That's it. Number 2, who is the Pope? Catholics believe Jesus gave Peter special authority in Matthew 16, making him the first Pope. Every Pope after him is Peter's successor. Popes can still sin, they're not infallible. But in special cases, they can make infallible statements, called ex cathedra. There's only 2 universally accepted cases of ex cathedra. One example is the Immaculate Conception, the teaching that Mary was conceived without original sin. Protestants, on the other hand, think the Pope is just another guy, but many still respect him as a religious leader. Number 3, can Christians rely on the Bible alone? Catholics say no. You also need sacred tradition, which is the teachings of Jesus and the apostles that are passed down through the word of mouth. For example, the clear doctrine of the Trinity comes from sacred tradition. If you just read the Bible, the Trinity isn't super obvious. In fact, some verses seem to say the opposite. That's why you need sacred tradition. Catholics also rely on the magisterium, basically the Pope and the bishops, to properly interpret the Bible. On the other hand, Protestants say yes. They don't fully trust anything else, especially human leaders, because they can be corrupt. For example, Pope Leo spent lavishly, had a pet elephant, and nearly bankrupted the church. So Protestants think every Christian should read the Bible for themselves. But the problem is every Protestant interprets it differently, so there's many different denominations. Number 4, should you pray to saints? Catholics say yes. Praying to saints doesn't mean treating them as God, it just means asking them to pray for you, just like how your friends can pray for you. Protestants say no. They think you should only pray directly to God, because the Bible never mentioned about praying to saints. Number 5, what happens after you die? According to Catholics, if you die a Christian, you won't go to hell, but you might not go straight to heaven either. If you still have attachments to sin, you go to purgatory. It's not punishment, it's purification. Once you're purified, then you can enter heaven. Protestants say if you die a Christian, you go straight to heaven. There's no purgatory. So those are 5 differences between Catholics and Protestants. If you want to learn more, check out the videos in the description.